So, hello everyone, one day with my review of Karakuri Circus episode 4, and he died. End of review. No, it's like, it took me like 10 minutes, right, to sit there reason about it in live reaction. It's very shocking, very early I feel. I do say this thing though, and I started doing all the videos as well. I do feel that if you read a manga, if you read a manga, you probably it takes you a while to get here, right? Obviously, the anime has cut away a lot of parts. This is absurdly high paced all the time. Usually for its good sake, but I mean, it feels one thing that made it shocking, and I have to say that, right? It was so early, right? Okay, he died episode 4. I expected him to die, honestly, to sacrifice for either Shirogane or Masaru, but not this early, right? So I felt it was maybe episode 10 or so, maybe even 20, something like that, right? But he kind of killed him off right away. But in the manga, I'm guessing it's probably like way more chapters, right? I don't mean obviously more 4, but I mean like way more longer times to speak. So in that sense, it's that I have to say that because they had the meat and knowledge of thinking that there's no cats gonna die in episode 4. Yeah, if they had like slower pacing, they will have that still later. But why? Yeah, it's like a weird, very gruesome death scene in a sense there. How he kind of died right to the whole fighting the burning building instead of actually dying in a fight and so on. To kind of makes it all worse. You know, when someone dies like that, just protecting him. I have to say this thing though, I'm still in denial. He's not dead. I'm still in denial, but I do feel it's possible that he might be alive. And I am only an anime viewer, so I can only assume what I've seen. But we've only seen the arm there, right? And that to me means that the body can be alive, and then he can return later with like a freaking mechanic arm, right? Like Guts in Berserk, for example, has like a mechanic arm. And I mean, they have puppet arms, yeah. So I can see that happening, right? Actually, one thing I'm waiting for in these animes is someone could be like Sasori. So it's a spoiler here then. But in Naruto, they have puppet fights as well, like Kankuro, and they have Sasori and Shiyu and so on. And like, so spoilers not in Naruto then. Sasori, he has rebuilt his body, right, as a puppet, right? So instead of the other guys are fighting puppets right now, but I definitely expect that someone is eventually gonna arrive and be like, oh, I am the puppet. Yeah, someone has to be that. Yeah, someone has to be like, I have built myself as a puppet. Someone has to be like that. I have a very hard time seeing that someone is not gonna be like that. That would be actually that would be more personal to me if no one is ever gonna be I'm a puppet. Yeah, that's to be whatever. My point is that I still think he could be alive and he could appear right with half puppet arm like cyborg. Because that in my mind, someone is gonna be a rebuilt human / puppet, right? Already. So I think that is very possible. I'm not saying it's likely or whatever. I'm just saying it's very possible. That being said, though, he might very well be dead because a lot of people get killed in this anime. We had a guy getting his head chopped off, right? He was of course like a random bad guy, so it didn't matter. But I mean, people get killed all the time in anime. The guy get crushed by the wall thing last week, so people get killed again. Every episode pretty much, someone gets killed, right? So it's a lot of murder. Yeah, it's a lot of murder and so on. So I am, in that sense, the anime is very gruesome as well. Yeah. That being said, though, and I don't wanna at all, even though I see it denial here and I'm a little confused about the whole thing. Honestly, I don't wanna look at that thing, but for me, that scene was very shocking. But I would say emotionally wise, I personally, I got more triggered by the whole Shirogane's backstory. Yeah, and I mentioned that in my first review of this anime, and I also mentioned it in some other videos someone probably never watched. But if there's one thing, I'll say this one thing I'm actually really have a phobia for. That's aging. I remember I read Torgal as a kid, and Chris from Valnor was the best character, or the best character. Actually, no, Troll, his friend is the best character. Basically, the guy she's in love with, yeah, she's the best character. She's the best female character in this very, very good ballet comic. She has one fear. She's this crazy merc woman that kills people all the time. She has one fear: age. And I was like, that really spoke to me. And so I'm pretty sure I have this fear too. used to fear of growing old, right? Eventually you get old and you get weaker. So I don't know, but that's like my only reason, and I think that's like a realistic fear because that is a fear that you cannot escape because you do get older, yeah, and eventually you are gonna be 100 years old and you can't really fight anymore. Like that age is that's something that you cannot protect yourself against, and I also think that's a good fear to write about and so on because there's a lot of storylines where usually the bad guy, usually the bad guy, right, is trying to be like, how can I become immortal? How can I, defend myself from aging or dying and so on? Yeah, they kind of fear of dying, but not really dying. I have some of death wish even, so I'm not even afraid of dying. I'm afraid of getting old and fragile. I feel like I'm a big guy, right, and I probably too much of that, but. I'm quite tall. We actually had some work here, so off topic here, but we actually had a thing at work today where I got a t-shirt or a sweater from a company, whatever, it's a very big company, an e-sport company, and so on. I got it to work, but I couldn't take it on me. And yeah, actually I'm fat, but I couldn't get it on me. It went here to me, here, okay, here. Not like I have a fat stomach. Obviously, I have a fat stomach, but I'm very, I'm quite. My wingspan is, or my arm is very big. I'm very, I'm built for like being the lineman, right, in the football. I'm very big. My frame is gigantic. Like I am, like my brother is here on me. He's here on me, yeah. Like my mother's like here on me, like half my size, right. I'm very. I have very big wingspan. Yeah, I should be a swimmer. Yeah, I don't know. No, I'm very big. I have very big shoulders. So I couldn't even get it down here, like stuck on me here. How would I get into topic? No, my point is that right now I'm a very big guy, both fat and muscular, kind of like a sumo. And my only real fear, is aging, right? Because not dying, but being too old. So basically being too weak to do anything. To do stuff alone and so on. I'm a very independent guy. That's my biggest fear. But I am afraid of. But my second fear is mannequins. So sorry for this very long, bad view, I guess. But I'm shocked about the whole death scene. My other fear is mannequins. Like seriously. Like yeah. Like I always been like I always hated mannequins. Like I really do. And I remember I watched this like anime. It's called like Climax something. So it's basically a ecchi anime, hand/horror anime. When I was like 12, 13 or so many years ago. Maybe a little older. I think something like that. It's at least 10 years ago. It was way back. And man, that scared the shit out of me. Man, I was like, wow. It's like that was horrible. It's like the girl is like. Her mother is half a man. Yeah, it's very weird horror anime where like the girl is, her mother is actually her sister or something like that, and they kind of like take people's body parts and remake them into man. She can control mannequins, something like that, and she needs her heart to like take over her body to live or something. And I don't remember. And it's one thing too that they can't leave this island. Like a famous island, and if you leave this island. If you get back to the island, you can never escape the island again in its family. The bloodline. So if you're stuck on the island, you can when you try to leave the island, man, they can constantly murder you or something like that. So it's a really weird anime. And that is stuck in my retina. Like I'm afraid of mannequins at some degree. That anime is made me afraid of mannequins. I'm also very afraid, and I'll never forget about that. Yeah, that I should actually rewatch it and conquer my fear. I was like, that is burning my back of my head. And also then automation, yeah. Like the automata, yeah. The whole thing, right? The automation thing. Kind of freaks me out. I don't want a future with robots and so on. Yeah, soulless machines. And then clowns, right? I talked about that my first impression too. Yeah, clowns. I freaking hate clowns. And my father the same. My father also hates clowns. But I feel like I more hate clowns more than I'm afraid of them. So I feel like I'm more hateful of clowns. I don't know. No, but I want to punch you, clown. I'm more like that. Like some people hate mimes, right? And they want to punch mime like in you treat, but they want to punch a mime. Like a coworker of mine hates mimes. Talked about that actually a few days ago. He really hates mimes, and I feel like I'm a similar way. I kind of hate clowns in that way. They scare me. Like I think they're really scary. Clowns do scare me. Like I feel they're really scary compared to Karakuri Circus. But I mainly kind of like, I don't like them. Yeah, something like that. So that scene, this is the worst video I feel. But honestly, that scene when she's in the prison, right, just crying, and even before we see that clown puppet thing, like that thing is like that's like a scary, painful scene to watch. And if the anime had spent more time building it up, I was saying it's bad. I was saying like the anime was very very high paced, right? On episode 4, so to speak. Yeah, if it's like episode 40, I probably go back. So yeah, that's probably would be a little more like that right away. But that thing made me feel sick. Like that scene made me feel sick. And I won't say that scene. I know people come and say here, how can you say that scene was that scene so on? That scene was very shocking. It really was. And it clearly 11 out of 10 episode, whatever. Obviously 11 out of 10 episode. We care about the rating. But personally, that prison puppet scene to me, that was at least for me more emotional. And I mean emotional, like I felt like some weird. I know I did a very bad build up for this. Maybe comment if you think it out. But like that scene for me, I felt like physically attacked in that scene. Like it was so gruesome in a weird way. I was like, that's like my worst fear personally. If I except the Asian thing, which I explained badly, but maybe. But except the Asian thing, right? Puppetry, or like mannequin, it's like a freaking mannequin clown. So you're in jailed, and this guy is like an old lady attacking you, or like doing this horrible horror show of a mannequin clown. Yeah, I probably would kill myself. Like yeah, but that's the worst thing I've seen in my life. Like that scene was so horrible. Like it's seriously the worst thing I've seen this year. Easily a few years. The most horrific scene I've seen, like horror-wise. I don't say the best scene, the worst scene. It's obviously a very good scene, but I mean like I won't say it's the best scene I've seen. I think it's the most horrific scene, like at the horror movie, where I feel that my body is like you get goosebumps, right? But goosebumps is just a good feeling. It's like, yeah, that's so awesome. Like I can't believe this character won, or I can't believe that punch from Deku, like episode 4, to do something, and Macadamia and someone, to be goosebumps for me. But this scene was like, I'm getting like a similar goosebump feeling, but it's more like my whole body wants to, like, strangle this person behind the bar. Yeah, exactly. It's more like I'm getting so angry. Yeah, it's more like I feel like I'm a very cognitive, empathic person, right? So I feel a lot of the characters. I am very easily, and that's why I think I do a good reaction show, because I have too good. I'm very good at like feeling what other people feel, right? Especially that in like a TV show, I can empathize and really become them in my mind. I can really set myself in these shoes. And when I see a scene with her being tortured by the mannequin puppet scene, I am like, I wanna jump into the TV and like break her out of it and like murder the people behind those the prison window. I want to go in there and be like, die, yeah. So I have this. So my body reaction was like, I feel like my, it's kind of like you see a cat when they stand up and all their hair is like standing, like, ready to kind of bat, ready to kind of kill. Like I felt like that. I felt like my instincts of like fly or flight, and I'm almost a fighter guy. Talking about that, like I'm afraid of AIDS. I'm a very fighter guy. Like my instincts, like I want to murder this person. I want to get that person and like you destroy them, right? Yeah. Especially if I'm in a prison, I can't escape anymore. Yeah. So that scene to me, honestly, I don't want to grade them, but I think they were both amazing, of course. But that scene made me more emotional because it triggers a kind of animalistic instinct for me to just like defend her and defend myself if I was in her shoes and just like fight to death there. Yeah, I was like, man, I was like, if I was not doing a live reaction, I would have skipped this scene. It really made me feel sick. Like I physically felt ill from that scene. It took basically half the episode to get out of that scene in my head. Then it died. yeah. I was like, I got that scene, and I was like, 10. I was like, okay, it's finally time. I died. Yeah, I was like, he died. What? Yeah, and I was like, next scene, I was like, he died. I just got over that horror scene of the clown thing, puppet thing, and now this character died. It's like, end. Yeah, but Swordfish review is really long now, but I just really want to explain it. I tried to explain it during the reaction in 2, but I felt that I really want to explain that because I think it was an amazing scene, horrible scene, the worst horror scene I've seen in many years. I really felt that scene. It was really bad. And otherwise, then talk about all the stuff we done. Try to do. I have to guess to a review here, but obviously the anime is amazing. It's the 11th episode, but so the mimic thing, then, right? I think that of course Masu, the main character, can mimic them, copycat, mimic, whatever you call it. I think that's pretty clear in the episode. So first he managed to do the neck thing, right, with Ashigana, his name, whatever, lifting it up. And then he does Shirogane kind of like that kind of thing. So I think it's pretty clear that his skill is that he is very, very talented on understanding how they use their puppets. And because of that, he can fight with any puppet he has seen the puppeteer use enough times, right? Maybe even one time, like Taskmaster. But, you know, to some I don't know how fast he learns, but I think he could use one of the bad guys' puppets, you know, pretty rapidly, right? Maybe the manga showed him more, of course, but whatever. I feel like they show he has very, very rapidly can like master their abilities by copycatting them, right? So that's cool. That's cool, and it makes a lot of sense. Right, his grandfather's like the genius inventor, right, of the puppets. He's like I can use puppets. He's like an ingenious. Like basic understand, like fundamental how they work, you know, kind of, you know, he understands kind of the mechanics of instead of being creative, but he can understand how to do it as well. Very, very interesting. I like that. That gonna be means he can maybe like steal the enemy's puppets later on and so on. There's a lot of potential with that, and you know, also at this episode take over for her, which is Indian and so on. So that's very cool. So I think that was great. Also very important. Some more scenes then. That was a very long review now. The whole Shirogane kind of try was good. Yeah, that was very good. Obviously kind of that scene. But I think that's a good scene too. And she's like, don't fight with me. I can't leave you guys behind. And he's like, no, it's fine. I'm gonna burn alive. It's fine. Yeah, you go, girl. And you know, like, oh, I love your arm, and it's better than arm thing. Yeah, so it kind of built up thing, right? I kind of like the bad guy, or bad guy, but he's kind of like, I guess, a neutral guy now than Ashigane, his name is, but yeah. I kind of liked him. He was like, he gave them the book how they experimented. I was like, okay, yeah, you're a new kid, yeah, I kind of like that. I like bad guys that, there's two bad guys, it can be really, really bad guys, like me, like literally bad people, but I have a high dislike of bad characters, and I mean bad, like badly written, right, where they are evil characters. And then someone's like, well, I know you're evil, but this thing here is going to help you advance in your ideas, right? And they're like, no, I can't believe you're a good guy. Yeah, I hate that. I want the evil guys, or bad guys then. It should be more like, you know, oh yeah, that is true. I should help you instead. That pays me more, and you're writing these things, I should betray them. Like that's like a good bad guy. When he's like a good bad guy. Yeah, when he's like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Logically, I should help you. Yeah, like that is how people actually react in real life, right? That being said, I do definitely understand the whole loyalty, because if you have a business of killing people, whatever it is, but even in that kind of way, you don't want to be able to be bought back and forth, because then no one will hire you eventually, because you'll be like, I can't trust this guy. If I hire him, he goes to the guy he's gonna kill, they have more money, he goes back to me, it means that I can't hire the guy. You will lose your future business in the end, right? That's why they can't jump back and forth, so they have that kind of like, we never go back against our, you know, if you take the money, yeah, then we have that order, right? So I buy that, absolutely. But in this situation now, it's kind of like his proof that they're lying to you. So, oh, you're right, actually, let's kill this guy, yeah. So I felt that was good, because he has his oath, his loyalty, that makes sense. And then he's like, actually, you're right. These guys doesn't deserve that, because they tried to kill us and so on. Yeah, so we should actually kill them back. So I really liked that, actually. It was great. Then we have some fight scenes and so on, but obviously a very good episode, and I hope you like my general ideas here about why puppets are scary. But that scene to me was, like that, right? You all upload the video. I don't wanna just shoot people back and forth on videos, but yeah, like I had to really fight, not be like turning off the stream. I was like, no, I hate this. Yeah, I was like, no, yeah, like that was so scary, and I really feel like I want to either save her, save Kid her, and I rarely, I mean, it's not that I read backstories of great characters I like and I cry and so on or whatever, I feel emotional all the time, but this is one of the few times where I feel like I just hate this scene so much. Like, this is I really want to be able to jump into the TV and save the character. All the time it's like, yeah, this is horrible, this makes me feel really sad, it makes me feel like them, but then I feel like I can't take it and it's bad. Yeah, hard to explain, but that really made me kind of cringe up. And I don't mean cringe in the like, oh, it's cringe. I mean more like, cringe up. Yeah, more like that, where my whole body's like, better stop this soon. But yeah, hope you guys like my review. Press the like button, right? Subscribe button. I always do honest reviews. I always do reviews where I feel like I am trying to talk about emotions I feel. But I think it's good. I mean, that's one reason why I have the channel, right? Because not only because I feel like I do, I want to go to depth of emotions, but also because I work with entertainment or similar stuff like that, and I've done writing and so on. And I think I like analyzing anime and so on. Of course, I do a lot of random live reactions as well. But I hope you guys like the kind of reviews, because I'm like, for me, at least maybe personally reflect over it. It's like, why did I react so strongly to this episode of given anime? No, I know I hate puppets and so on, so it's kind of mannequin and so on. So that this episode is in that sense. But also like, why is my empathic feeling stronger for this character, even on episode 4 and so on, right? So I think it's like interesting that, and I take that with me, and then I go through my work, and I write a backstory about the character there, and I try to emphasize these traits that I like in this kind of anime and so on, right? And also just the lore wise, but if I design a character how they're gonna fight, I might wanna try to make a red line this character's ability, this backstory and so on. I think it's very important at least. I feel it helps me become better writer at least, and I hope you agree. Anyway, I would love to hear you guys. Of course, leave a comment below, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. I hope it's One Piece tomorrow, because I don't think it's a break. Otherwise, we have Himuro Sumo, which I love. I love the anime. Yaga Kimi and Call for World. End of Death is ended last week, right? So there's no live action for that, but that is last episode, final episode last week. So yeah. So anyway, hope to see you guys tomorrow, and have a great day.